Tables are something in Ponytown that are absolutely awful and difficult to work with. I think everybody in the community has agreed that tables are just absolutely terrible. They're awful. They're extremely difficult to work with. Sometimes you get lucky and you can get some items and some tables that work well together, like this one right here, and other times you have small tables like this that can't even hold a spoon or a watermelon or basically anything that was on this table. None of it will ever actually be on top of this table because this table is terrible, and this is just one of many things that I think Ponytown should prioritize working on and fixing in the game. And that is the topic of today's video. We're going to talk about all of the things that I think Ponytown should prioritize and focus on and hopefully fix before they focus on other things in the game, because there are plenty of things in the game that can wait. We have plenty of customization. We have plenty of items in the build menu. We have over 1,000 of them, by the way. There is a ton of items in the build menu. And honestly, I think there's bigger things that we should be focusing on before we focus on adding new items or customizations or even other certain features. But this table is definitely one of the main ones. This has been like this since the inception of building. Ever since building has existed in the game, tables just haven't worked the way you wanted them to. So that is definitely the number one thing that I think they should prioritize fixing, but there are plenty of other things, and in today's video, let's go over them. So starting off, we have changing the sign-in options. Signing in the game is actually extremely simple and easy. Whenever you come to the game for the first time, or even when you're signing back in after being logged out or something like that, this is what you're greeted with. You get this right here, sign in or sign up, and it shows you a bunch of different social medias, as well as these right here, which these socials can only be used to sign in to an existing Ponytown account, so maybe these should be the ones that you focus on mostly. But here is the problem with this. This system here makes it incredibly easy to accidentally make a second account. Let's say I played the game for a while. I play the game a bunch. Ooh, look at me. Ooh, look at me. I built a beautiful island, and now I'm bored. I don't like this game anymore. I'm gonna stop playing. I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna close and everything like that, and I'm gonna be off. I'm no longer playing Ponytown, and let's say I take a break for a week, 2 weeks, a month, or something like that, and I hear through the grapevine that there's some new grand update in Ponytown, and I think to myself, hell yeah, I haven't played Ponytown in about a month. Let me go back to Ponytown and try this out again. I open up Ponytown and I see this, and I'm like, damn, which social media did I use to sign into Ponytown again? And I'm like, I think it was Twitter. And then you click Twitter, and it turns out it was actually Discord that you signed in with. But since you click Twitter, you very quickly accidentally create a new account, which is against the rules. If we actually go to the game itself here and go to Ponytown, right here it says don't create more than one account. However, Ponytown makes it extremely easy to make a second account. It's so easy, it can be accidentally done. It's so easy to accidentally do it, basically, and that is just something that should not be in the game. When you go to sign in, let's say I click on the Twitter thing there, it should then have you sign in with your social media and all that other stuff like that, and then Ponytown should say, hey, there's no account with this, do you want to create one? And then you can say, yes, I want to create one, or no, I don't want to create one. And then that would tell you, hey, this isn't the one you had signed in with previously. So I can say, no, I don't want to create one because I already have one. Then you get brought back to this page and be like, well, it must have been Discord that I signed in with. So you sign up with Discord and everything can be fixed there. And it makes it so much easier to not accidentally create extra accounts, because creating extra accounts, of course, like I said, is against the rules. And sure, if that happens, you can always email Ponytown and tell them, hey, I accidentally created a second account, and they will try to merge your accounts and everything could be fixed there. But I think this will definitely greatly decrease the chances of people accidentally creating second accounts and potentially losing them completely forever. The next thing on our list is reporting players. Now, the way it currently works in the game is actually extremely frustrating. Where is my boat? It's all the way over here. If I go to the game right now, click on, let's say, Girl Kisser right here. Let's say I want to report this player. To do that, I have to click on this player, click this button here, and then click this button right here, hide for 24 hours or block or something to that effect. And then I hit block, and it's like block request, block chat, blah, blah, blah. You can hide them permanently, 7 days, whatever. Doesn't matter, 15 minutes, block them, they're gone, they're blocked forever now. Oh, I blocked requests from them. I did the wrong kind of blocking, hang on, let me, I want to hide fully, not, see, even me knowing how to report players makes this extremely difficult. So I'll just hide fully for 15 minutes and block, and now they are hidden for 15 minutes. I can go back to my island where it's safe, and I don't see creepy messages, I can go to this menu here, go to the top where my name is, click on that, click on account settings, and then scroll on down to where my blocked players list is, find this person here, copy that name right there. Then you have to come up here, get your account ID, then you have to email Ponytown, reporting this person, this is their name on my hiddens list, blah, 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 all of this information. It is just a hassle to report players in this game. It is a disaster, and it can all be fixed with a very simple thing, a report button. Now, a report button would be basically the same thing. You go to the island, you see somebody doing something they shouldn't be, you click on them, and instead of having a block option, there should still be a block option, of course, there would be another option right underneath it that says report player. You click on it, and then it brings up a menu kind of similar to this, and instead of just having a note as an optional, it would literally be put in all the information you need to about what this person did and everything like that, and then you hit send, and it sends it to the email automatically, and you're done. The player would be reported. It would be a super simple solution, super simple system, but if they didn't want to do that for whatever reason, which it is starting to seem like they don't want to do, there is still another solution and something else they definitely, in my opinion, absolutely have to do, and that is explain how to report a player. Because as far as I'm aware, the only reason anybody in this game knows how to report another player is through my videos and other people in the game explaining how to report players. There's basically no way to know how to report players besides asking a ton of people and hoping that one of them gives you the correct information. So I propose that if you don't want to introduce a report button, maybe that needs a long, maybe that's something they can't do until they have a much bigger team or something like that. At the bare minimum, you need to put it on the help page and the about page potentially. Right here where it says help, all of the common issues, the contact information, right here where it says contact, it should say, please see our common issues if you have any questions or technical issues. And then instead of just saying for everything else, it should say, if you want to report a player, here's the list of steps you need to do to report a player. And then also include the email right there. They should, at the very bare minimum, explain to players in the help page how to report a player. Additionally, this, you don't technically have to do this, but if I go to, let's say, hide another player, let's go back to the island, let's say we're hiding Halfstorm here, when I go to block them, maybe when I go to hide them or time them out or whatever else like that, maybe it should, instead of just saying this, there should be more information on here that says, hey, if you're blocking this player, do you also want to report them? Here's how to do it, and include the email and all the steps included in that as well. This would also be extremely helpful in the game, but of course, that is just something that I personally think they definitely need to prioritize. Something else, and this one is not as important as other stuff, but things like the signpost here, I think could use some improvement. For starters, if there's a player standing right here, and I'm a new player, I will have no idea there's a signpost here. I will have no idea how to find certain locations because the signpost will be covered up by players. And that is something that you just don't want to have. There is technically ways to click on it, because if there's a player blocking it, you can hold shift when you click on it and it will still click on it and it will still show you the information like that. But again, these signposts should be specifically for new players. Yeah, like right here, for example, like this person's covering up part of it, obviously not all of it. I think a simple solution to this would be to just have these be taller so that players can't cover them up. Make them as tall as the lantern posts or something like that, or maybe even change them to some extent. Is this Animal Crossing right here? This is amazing. You got Blathers and Celeste here. But I think that's something that's super simple. It's not obviously as big of a priority or as big of an issue as like reporting players or some of the other things, but I think it definitely should be improved and something that they should try to focus on. Here is the last one on my list. Again, maybe not the biggest issue out there, but I personally think that there should be a second safe server. Right now, if you go to the servers, right here, there is over 3,000 people on the safe server. You could say it's safe English, you could say it's a global safe server, whatever, but there is only one of these, and it has 3,500 people in it. Now, I don't know, I can't say this for certain, but I have been here many times. I've been in Ponytown for a long time. Almost every time I go onto Ponytown, there's almost 3,000 people in the safe server. There's almost always this many people in the safe server, so I think we need a second safe server. Now, some people have argued that we need a PG-13 server and things like that, and I don't want to comment on any of that stuff, but I think we definitely need a second safe server, because look how many people are online here. and then look at how many people are online on Safe Russian 1. There's 4,000 people here. It makes sense that they have over 3,000 people, that they need at least a second Safe Russian server. But instead of just having a second one, they have 3. And then over here, you go to the Safe Spanish. That could arguably have a second safe server as well, but maybe it's not big enough. But then you go to Safe Vietnamese, and there's not even an 18 plus Vietnamese server, which is also kind of strange. But again, there's over 3,000 of them, so they split it up into more than one safe server. I think Ponytown should introduce a second global safe server. You could probably get away with getting rid of one of the Vietnamese ones or one of the Safe Russian ones if you really absolutely needed to in order to afford the second safe server. That is definitely something else I think they should prioritize in this game. Are there any other things in this game that you think they should prioritize fixing or introducing next in the game? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, that's going to do it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful. I'm going to the beach. What the fuck? I'm over here now.